ำอ่ะก้าวข้ามความเป็นสุภาพบุรุษไงได้แบดนะได้แบบเล่นแต่แกอย่างนี้
That was rough, huh?
แต่ว่าเขาไม่ค่อยหล่ออ่ะทำไมเนาะหน้าตาเขาคงบวมปะ
So, that's how adventurers fight.
Oh, no, I'm the only adventurer. These guys are,
We're a group of riders out on a journey.
Riders. But if you've crossed the Great Shelf, then... Transgressors.
Wanted to find that?
Criminals, basically.
How dare you! We've never transgressed in our lives!
Please do not be upset. I sense no malice from you.
Mother?
There. That should do it.
Mother, what was that?
I did a monster call to communicate. This way, they know that we pose them no danger.
Whoa, that's so cool!
You should practice it too.
Okay.
What was that? My kin. They must be nearby.
The ones you were looking for?
My village isn't far now. Just follow the path. Till next time.
What is that?
ห้องนิ้วจากภาค2เป็นท่ามังกรแต่สีไม่เหมือนท่ามังกร
คือหมู่บ้านอะไรเนี่ย
Word, there really are people here.
I told you, always count on Kora.
Still, this is kind of a prickly welcome, even by our standards.
I assure you, we mean no harm. I'm a traveling adventurer by trade. Is there any chance I can meet with your chief?
The rest of us are riders. We journeyed here from across the mountains.
Across the mountains? Do they mean the shelf? Transgressors?
Transgressors?
Alright, how are we gonna do this?
Guys, I got this. Let's just raise our hands and...
Surrender with dignity.
น่า
You
จะ
should be
ว่า
ashamed.
รู้
We are not
ดิ
transgressors of any sort. More you weapons at once.
รู้ดิรู้ดิหายใจเข้าหายใจออกทำไมไม่ใช่แบบ
The boy from before.
Master Cole.
Riders and adventurers, are you? Please, join me at home.
Are you quite certain? These people are...
I care not. Give them a warm welcome.
Yes.
โอเคหมู่บ้านที่อยู่ในต้นไม้ก็ก็ดีอยู่
Master Cole awaits.
ฮะไปไม่ได้เหรอโอเค
That great Izuchi was troublesome indeed. You've earned my gratitude.
I'm glad we could help. That was quite a surprise, though. Who'd expect a feral monster to appear so close to a village?
Their ravenous search for prey has brought them closer and closer to our village in recent days.
So this great Izuchi isn't the only feral monster you've encountered?
We've also crossed paths with Akinosan, the feathered frenzy.
แอคโนซอม
Once a peaceful presence, it has come to assail any that cross its path since it became feral.
Any idea what caused it to change?
Environmental changes, I'd imagine.
Environmental changes? You don't mean the encroachment, do you?
Does the issue extend to the other side of the shelf?
Indeed, it does. Many have been driven from their homes and are...
So you've crossed into our lands to flee this sad fate?
No. Other circumstances have brought us here.
Oh?
Ahem! If I may address the Aptonaut in the room, what is the meaning of calling us transgressors?
Even we do not have knowledge of how the term originated.
You don't? Then why use it?
Rudy.
ใช่ รูดี้ คอมดาวโอเค
You
ไหม
speak from ignorance, knowing nothing of our story. We were once people of the desert, making our home in the western wastes. But 10 years ago, the stone scourge chased us from our land, and we found ourselves here. Initially, we assumed this place to be uninhabitable, what with its proximity to the shelf, and the danger you transgressors posed.
the danger that we posed?
You know of your ancestors' war 2 centuries ago, yes?
All too well.
Crimes committed in that war led to the covenant with the Liberians. The lands beyond the shelf were declared forbidden ground, and your kind were exiled forevermore.
These crimes you refer to, are you talking about the war itself?
I've learned of all the lives lost in the Rift War. From the war came the Covenant. And from the Covenant, even then, I've heard no tales of a sin great enough to brand as transgressors.
Perhaps the crimes begetting the Covenant have been kept from you, along with your place in history as transgressors.
What? His Majesty would never do that!
Then perhaps he's told you that the war 200 years ago was the source of all these feral monsters.
Is that really true?
I cannot say for certain myself. That being said, the birth of feral monsters during the war may have some connection to the stigma of transgression that you bear.
But why were these transgressions kept from us? I'm sorry. I'm not feeling very well.
ใช่ไปนอนก่อนดูดิ
Tell me, why did your group really cross the shelf?
To discover the truth. Everything you've told us is a stark reminder of how little I actually know.
You're for the truth, are you?
I want to learn so I can change. And not just change myself, but the whole world around me.
You want to change the world? You are welcome here. Feel free to stay for as long as you like.
But,
I owe them.
sir,
Oh, there he is!
Rudy!
Your Highness, forgive me if I caused you any distress.
Is this about our conversation with Cole? Because I'm rather conflicted about everything myself.
No one ever told me a thing. Not about the people living here, nor our ancestors being cast as transgressors. My family has proudly served as royal palicos for generations. We pledged our loyalty because we believed in His Majesty. To harbor any sort of doubt is preposterous, outrageous, and yet...
Forgive the intrusion. I am Master Cole's servant, but while I know it may be rude, I would ask that you depart from this land with all haste.
Is that feral great Izuchi ancient history already? What happened to your master's debts?
Nevertheless, your presence here frightens me. Helpful or not, you are still transgressors.
This nonsense again!
It was never our intention to frighten you. If that's truly how you feel, then we're happy to leave. That said, I heard you still have more feral monsters to deal with. What do you intend to do about them?
If feral monsters do set upon us, we shall not stand and fight. It is our way to follow our fate.
You follow your fate? What do you mean by that?
Our home in the Western Wastes taught us an important lesson. We cannot change our environment, so we must change our way of life to subsist.
What a way to live.
Though live, we did. Up until now, the canines have protected our village. But their population has been on the decline. Only one elderly canine remains. This time, if we are uprooted once more by these feral monsters, then we shall find a new home.
Incredible. We couldn't imagine this way of life in Azoria. Yet, you all find a way to live on. May we at least say farewell to Master Cole?
If you must.
No. Oh, hey.
That's right. I'm off to explore a cave I stumbled onto the other day.
Oh my, a fresh cave system. What discoveries await you, I wonder?
You interested? Wanna come?
Could we, Your Highness?
Sure. I'm pretty curious myself.
That settles it then. The entrance to the cave is on a cliff wall facing Mirror Lake. I didn't have much time to search, but I still managed to turn up some ore we could use for armor and tools, so that's promising.
Finding
Okay.
an ore-rich cave within Azuria's borders is an amazing accomplishment. Well done, Kora. Do you, often make these sorts of discoveries?
Well, geological surveys are sort of my forte.
I'd expect no less from our resident geologist. But
Honestly, no. I actually really enjoy them. Besides, this is about the only thing I can do that actually helps Azaria.
Phooey, I say. Think of your work in the Rangers, the abundance of mineral resources you provide us with.
I couldn't agree more. The ore you've discovered has aided our kingdom in all sorts of ways. I can't.
Straight from the Crown Prince's mouth. You earned the right to stand tall.
Maybe I was being a little harsh on myself. Thanks, you two. It's nice to be appreciated.
So, shall we go check out that cave system?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Go! The cave mouth is right here.
I had no idea there were any caverns in this area.
As best as I can tell, it seems we have a recent cave-in to thank for opening this one up. That's not all. These sorts of collapses can expose long-buried geological formations and ore veins, too.
We have no idea what could be slumbering within. Oh, this is getting exciting. I say we commence at once. Allow me to take the first steps.
Not so fast. The entrance to this cave may be new, but there's a good chance that there are already monsters living in there. Best approach with caution.
In that case, I'll bring up the rear.
That's a good idea. Okay, let's get going.
Right.
ใกล้ปีนแล้วเหมือนมันหันแล้ว
Good, Monsty.
This spot should do for a quick breather.
You always do these surveys by yourself?
Ogden comes along every once in a while, but basically, yeah.
Must have faced your fair share of danger.
You can say that again. That's why I prefer going solo. I feel bad putting any of you at risk.
Kora, you're still thinking like that. You don't need to prove yourself. You've made Azoria your home.
Look, that's really not part of it. Being alone just puts me at ease, especially.
When you say Kora made Azuria her home,
I'm from Vermeer. I first arrived in Azuria as one of Lady Amara's attendants, back when she married into the royal family.
I had no idea.
When I was little, I lost my parents to the encroachment. Lost my hometown, too. We needed to make a living somehow, so every day I had to search different...
What a tragic story.
Not an uncommon one. The lack of resources rendered all of Vermeer dirt poor. It was a hard upbringing, but I would have ended up on the street if I didn't find a way to make myself useful. Then one day, I ran into Lady Amara at a mining site, and she took me under her wing. It truly was a stroke of luck.
You haven't had to deal with anything so...
No, but it's hard to shake how you grew up. But then, I joined the Rangers. Met
Lucas?
my husband, the first captain of the Rangers, and Ogden's son.
Captain Lucas looked after me before you did, Rudy.
When he and I got married, I finally started to feel like Azoria was my home. Up until then, I had been dead set on improving my station. But not even so.
What is it?
I lost Lucas to illness. And the woman who first brought me to Azoria has been gone for years. The people who anchored me to Azoria aren't here anymore. I can't help but feel a little
Who said that? That can't be our Kora, can it?
No way. That doesn't sound like her at all.
You're an upstanding citizen and an amazing ranger. And if you're a ranger? That means you're...
I swear, you two. You win. My doubts got the better of me there. Alright, that's enough bearing my soul for one day. This cave...
Let's get back to it.
looks like there's an eye. If we can establish a mining operation here, we'll have all the ore we need.
But first, we have to deal with this sleepyhead.
Good thing for us, it's out cold.
Then, now's our moment. Let's...
Right. Handle it together.
Let's do this. This is bad.
Nice.
Calm down.
Ready? Let go. We got this.
Watch out!